And welcome everyone into Gerald Prim Stadium. This is our second soccer game that we've been able to do this year, and both of them Ladycats. And the reason for that is they scheduled a couple of games on Monday night when there's not another doggone thing going on. So it's easy for us to pick this up. Right here in the middle of basketball season, the games on Tuesday and Friday are kind of blocked off until we get out of basketball. So a couple of Monday games for the Ladycats. We did the Kilgore game. That was back about 3 weeks ago, I believe. And now we are doing Spring Hill. The Lady Panthers are here. They have a record of 1-4, and they're down there in Class 4A. It's a school district you go through as you're just entering Longview, maybe off that highway that runs out of Gilmer, right before you hit the loop. At some point in there, anyway, you go through Spring Hill. And so they're in town tonight. Their coach is Jimmy Dowell, and he has allowed the live stream tonight. The game will also be posted to YouTube at the conclusion when Doug puts the edited version up there. And actually, there'll be another copy up there. It'll be kind of a raw copy until Doug replaces that. And this game will also be replayed at a later date on Channel 18. And a live radio with audio and video streaming, as we mentioned. So just about all set to go. Ladycats, by the way, come in with a season mark of 5-4-3, and coming off a win, first place victory, winning a plaque. That's what that looked like from the coaches that were holding it, from the Terrell Winter Classic. Both the Wildcats and Ladycats won that tournament. The Ladycats in that tournament tied Paris the first day. They won over Terrell on the first day. Then they tied Paris on the second day, and then on Saturday, a big win, 9-3 over Life Waxahachie. So I assume that is obviously a private school there in Waxahachie. So some good times for the Ladycats with a good solid tournament as they come in here. So they have... It's been a while since they have had a loss. Probably have to go back to, the last game in the Princeton tournament, Little Elm. And so they went all the way through that Terrell tournament without a loss. And the Ladycats are going to be starting with possession of the ball. Well, no, let me correct that. It'll be Spring Hill. So Spring Hill will be, once the officials right now, they're counting players and doing all that they do. As a young lady from Spring Hill, that is Carson Bowden, will be kicking the ball and right now into her defense, and we're underway here at Gerald Prim Stadium. So for the radio audience, Spring Hill will be traveling right to left, the Ladycats left to right. The Ladycats have it in the Lady Panthers' end. Yamaguchi sends it towards Stanley. Stanley kicks toward the goal, and it's too high. It goes over the goal, and that'll set up a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. They have a couple of choices in the goal, and let me see how many zeros that keeper's number 1. So that, I don't show a number 1. Well, anyway, here's a kick out of the goal for the Lady Panthers. Ladycats trying to put pressure on, and as Caitlyn Robinson getting in there, also Schultz, but now it's kicked up around the midline, and that Lady Panther that kicked things off. Bowden is bringing the ball down for the Lady Panthers as they try to go on an early attack here. As coming in now is Jamie Dowell, must be a coach's daughter. And once again, Spring Hill coming in toward the goal, broken up by the Lady Cats. It's on the far touchline, but Spring Hill's got it again toward the goal. They kick right out toward the middle to Bowden. She kicks to a teammate, and she rolls it down further, but the Lady Cats break it up. They get it over to Yamaguchi right on the near touchline here, and Yamaguchi on the move down to Stanley, flying down right by the near touchline here. And Stanley on the move and being watched closely by several Lady Panthers, kicks it down the field, but broken up by the Lady Panthers. And they kick it up to the Lady Cats defense, which is up around the midline. And it's over to Jones, a defender back there on the far touchline. Now it's kicked back into the Lady Cats end. It looked like Thessing with a strong kick down there. And the Lady Cats, Schultz was trying to move in, but the Lady Panthers defense kept it away. Looked like the Lady Panthers have played some good teams this year, 1-4, but they've played a trying schedule, looks like, with Jacksonville and some of those teams of that caliber. And the Lady Cats again on the attack, and they work it over to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi maneuvering in, continuing to maneuver, a left-footed kick, but stopped by the Lady Panthers, but Robinson got it back. And the ball over to Yamaguchi again. She works it down to Stanley. And Yamaguchi moving in, it was knocked off her foot, but the Lady Cats maintain control. They'll kick to the near touchline. It goes out of bounds, but last touch by the Lady Panthers. So a throw in for the Lady Cats. And that is thrown in there by Emma Romero. And Stanley's got it now for the Lady Cats. She's double teamed over there right on the near touchline here. She moved around, maneuvered around two of them, around a third player. Kicks it in the front of the goal. It's kicked back out by Yamaguchi, and it's on the near touchline, goes out of bounds and off the Lady Cats. Throw in for Spring Hill as they throw it in here. Hit high into the air there by Kendall Farrell. And now it comes back to Isabel Thessing. And she finds Yamaguchi. 36:06 left here in the first half. And it's 0-0 out of bounds. And Romero again will throw in for the Lady Cats. Throws it towards Stanley. The Lady Cats have Stanley with the ball right now, trying to create a little time and space. Found a teammate over there on the far side. Over to Robinson. Caitlyn Robinson moves into the left side of the box. Kicks toward the goal. Oh, it almost got loose, and one of the Lady Cats was roaming in the area. I think that was Schultz, but the goalkeeper kept possession and boots it out of there. And here comes Bowden for the Lady Panthers on the move. A lot of Lady Cats defenders back, but she's on the move. And she kicks it deeper. Jones back there. And now Thessing kicks it out, but Panthers keep it right back in there. And now it's booted out by the Lady Cats up near the midline. Settle down, but Yamaguchi tries to go back and get it, but the Lady Panthers have it right on the near touchline. And they'll work it back to Anna Vizuth. And the team's going for possession. Now Stanley's got it for the Lady Cats. And Stanley on the move, kicks it deep toward a couple of Lady Cats, and they were offside, and so that'll stop play. Or wait a minute, the way they're falling back, there must have been a foul on the play. Well, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, it's going to be a free kick for the Lady Cats, fairly deep in Lady Panther territory. Looks like it's going to be out about 26 yards. And between the hash mark and the football sideline, as Stanley will line it up here, about a 26-yard kick as we move under 34 minutes in the first half. And Stanley approaches the ball now and boots it on the way, and it headed left and just never left. It was left all the way. I think she was trying to connect with a teammate, but That didn't, the connection not made, so that'll be a goal kick for Spring Hill. And they use one of their defensive players with a strong leg to kick that ball. I believe this is Brantley Coggins, and a good header there by Bowden. Comes down to Thessing, and she rolled it over to a Ladycat, and they're on the move, maneuvering the ball in, continuing to maneuver, and kick toward Robinson, but taken away by Spring Hill's defense, and they'll move it up the field. The Ladycats intercept, get it down near Robinson. She rolls to Stanley in the middle of the field. Stanley kind of directing the offense to Yamaguchi, back to Stanley. Stanley breaking in, but could not get around the defender who took the ball off her foot, kicked it down the field. Romero is chasing, but Bowden has it for the Lady Panthers. She kicks it across the field. Jones will get it for the Lady Cats, kick it into Spring Hill territory. Now the Lady Panthers maneuvering the ball across the midline. They'll kick on the far touchline, but too far. It goes out of bounds, and a throw in for the Lady Cats. 32-25. We played about 7.5 minutes of the first half. 0-0 from Gerald Prim Stadium, Sulphur Springs, and Spring Hill of Longview. And there's Robinson moving in, but kicked out of there. And teams exchanging possession, but now Spring Hill's got it. And they kick it down the field. The Lady Cats trying to break that up and get a nice kick from Romero down the field. But nice kick by Spring Hill to keep it alive and move it down the field. And moving in now is Vazuth. And the Lady Cats with possession there, Emily Soto, and moves it over to Robinson. And KK kicks it down the field. It's right along that touchline, staying in bounds, but rolling ever close. Eventually it's going to, well, I'm not sure which. It was very close to going. It could have gone from the sideline or across the end line. I think the result, well, across the sideline, and they'll have a throw in, and that's what we have. It going in line would have been a goal kick, so we do have and she's going to have to walk all the way back to almost where you take the corner kick, because that's right where it went out of bounds. It could have gone either way. It was very close. There's a throw in for Spring Hill on that far touchline. Players way over there. Kicked out by Spring Hill. Up toward Bowden. Lady Cats take it away. They get it over to Yamaguchi, and she finds Schultz, and broken up by the Lady Panthers. Kicks it down the field, and the Lady Cats just keep it in bounds nicely there. Kendall Farrell, and there's Thessing with a kick. Spring Hill getting it under control and moving it into the Lady Cats end, but broken up by Thessing with a strong kick. And Spring Hill brings it across the midline with some nice footwork, continuing to maneuver, kicks it deep. It'll go across into the box, and keeper Zoe Haywood will pick that up for the Lady Cats. And she boots it out of there. A nice punt off Stanley's foot over toward Yamaguchi. She's got it. And kicks across the field. It went through Soto and will head all the way across the far touchline to the head coach, Coach Dowell. And it'll be a throw in for Spring Hill. And there is the throw in for the Lady Panthers, headed by the Lady Cats. They're on the far touchline over there. And now Stanley takes over for the Lady Cats. She's on the move. Maneuvers around the defender. Stanley on the move with a lot of purpose. Stanley moving quickly, splitting a couple of defenders. Stanley moving in, kicks on the goal. And it went over the top. Oh, my. I thought that was in the goal because it was hard to tell, but that keeper did a good job of getting her hand on it and pitching it over the goal. It landed on the back of the goal. And when she reached up there and punched it out, you realized that it was on the outside. Just for a fainting second, looked like that it might have gone into the goal, but a good job by the keeper. And a goal kick, though, for the Lady Cats and Stanley. 28:44 left here in the first half, 0-0. And Stanley with a corner kick for the Lady Cats. Once substitutions coming in for the Lady Panthers, so the officials will make those substitutions before the corner kick occurs, obviously. Somebody's beating on a drum somewhere. I wonder if that's Lonnie Fox. That might be Lonnie. Wouldn't put that past him. Seems like it's been a while since I've seen Lonnie out at a soccer game. Don't always see the fans that come to the game. You know, we usually head right to the press box and everything, but always good to see Lonnie. And the official has finally got everything squared away now, and we're ready to resume. And there's the go-ahead. And here's Stanley with the corner kick. And it is headed out by Spring Hill, but the Lady Cats keeping it in close. Yamaguchi tries to move her in. And the players are kicking the ball around. It's still kind of right out in front. Here's Robinson with a left foot. Didn't get much on it. And the keeper for the Lady Panthers pounced on the ball. And she will punt it out of there from the edge of the 18. And she kicks it out of there and heads into the Lady Cats end, where Farrell will chase for the Lady Cats. She rolls it over to Thessing. And Thessing finds Romero. Romero moving up the field, but taken away by Spring Hill. And they maneuver down, but Thessing is back. And Thessing will kick over to Farrell. Or no, excuse me, that was Romero. And now it's kicked further down the field. There's Farrell with a kick. And now it's kicked out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Cats throw in. They'll have to chase the ball first. And they will hand it over to Emma Romero. And she is deep in Lady Cats territory. There's her throw out. It's headed by the Lady Cats, Anna Williams. Comes up to Stanley. Stanley battling for possession. She has it and kicks it down to Robinson. And Robinson with a strong right-footed kick. Boy, Schultz wanted to take off, but it was a nice defensive play by the Lady Panthers to stop that. Ball is kicked to Schultz over toward Yamaguchi, but taken away by Spring Hill. Yamaguchi pursues, and that's going to go across the touchline. It'll be the Lady Cats throw-in for Romero as soon as she chases that ball down. Substitution for the Lady Cats. Or actually, it looks like just something to tie the hair for Anna Williams. And so she tied that hair up into a ponytail right quick. Now the ball's on the near touchline. It goes across the touchline. Lady Cats throw in for Romero, about 10 yards deep into Spring Hill territory. Throws it down towards Stanley. Stanley trying to get control, but Spring Hill has it right now in their defense. Player hit and fell, and going to be a foul on that against the Lady Cats. Free kick for the Panthers, about 40 yards out of their goal, but about 20 yards from the midline. A little discussion there between the official and one of the Lady Panthers, and got that squared away, and now the Lady Panthers kick away. They'll try the far touchline, where the Panthers are trying to attack, and out of bounds it goes off the Panthers. Throw in for Jones and the Lady Cats. Throw in by Jones, Chloe Jones, and there's Stanley, the ever-present Stanley down that far touchline, maneuvering in. Now kick toward the middle, but the keeper comes up right in front of Schultz and cut that off. So a goal kick for Spring Hill as they boot it out of there. And Spring Hill kicks it up around the midline where Chloe Jones has it for the Lady Cats. Works over to Stanley. Stanley, easy to spot with that white headband. And now the ball out in front, but it goes into the box, and the keeper will grab it for the Lady Panthers. And she boots it out of there. Comes off of Anna Williams to Stanley, to Schultz, back to Stanley. Stanley maneuvering in. Stanley trying to get around some defenders. Continues to move with that ball. Kicked it further down the field. Now the Lady Cats kick it off of Lady Panther. That's Soto putting on some pressure there, and then kicked out by the Lady Panthers. But Anna Williams has possession. Anna scored 2 goals against Life Waxahachie in that Saturday game where the Lady Cats scored 9. Beat them 9-3. Now to Stanley again. Stanley had the hat trick and also 3 assists. What a game. And here are the Lady Cats on the attack. That looks like Kylie Clark, who kicked toward the goal, but a good stop by the keeper for the Lady Panthers. And she's wearing a number 1, and I swear their roster did not feature a number 1 that I saw. They had a 00 and a 0. I would imagine it's either Raina Tovar or Cadence Wagner. Here's Bowden on the attack for Spring Hill. She falls. Official says play on. Spring Hill out in the middle of the field. Hannah Williams gets it back to Thessing. Kicked it right off the official. He's out there. He's just part of the field. So play on. And now it's on the near touchline. Spring Hill has it. And Yamaguchi works it over to Romero, back to Yamaguchi, right on the touchline. Now she comes out of there a little ways and kicks to the middle of the field. This is Emily Soto over to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi works it down to Stanley, who is onside. Stanley moving in, trying to get around defenders, but they take it off her foot. And here come the Lady Panthers. They'll kick it down toward Bowden. And Bowden, working to the middle of the field, finds a teammate coming in, as that will be Angelique Perdue. Now it's on the far touchline where Chloe Jones has it and works it over to Soto. Soto down to Robinson. Oh, she kicked past Stanley, and Spring Hill has it again. Morgan Greenville. And now the ball with Casey Cahall. And she was dumped, a foul on the Lady Cats, and so a free kick about 5 yards from the midline for the Lady Panthers in their own territory. With 21:10 left in the first half, we're 0-0 here from Gerald Prim Stadium. And Spring Hill with a free kick down to the near touchline here. It's to Vazuth. It's right on that near touchline. The Lady Cats trying to protect the ball. It's pried loose. Bowden comes in, but kicked away from her. And now the Lady Cats coming out of there to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi with a defender on her back trying to maneuver. Now does a little footwork and kicks toward the middle of the field, but a foul on that play on Spring Hill. So Lady Cats should have a free kick. And that's going to be about 12, 13 yards from the midline, just right on this near touchline. Imagine this is Isabel Thessing, and that is her. She really boots it all the way across the field toward Robinson, Caitlyn Robinson. Rolls back to Chloe Jones, and she finds Soto and Anna Williams. Past Stanley, though, and Spring Hill kicks it up around the midline. The Lady Cats get it, and they'll work it back to Thessing, who kicks over to Jones. She chips it across the midline. Here's Soto on the move for the Lady Cats, and she kicks it to the middle of the field, and she found a teammate there, Schultz. Schultz trying to fight through the defense. They kick it back toward Yamaguchi. Boy, she's on the move. Yamaguchi with good explosion, but her kick just to the side of the goal. It went into the side of the goal. It was just probably a foot from the post. So pretty close as she was trying to tuck that in on the near side. Coming in for the Lady Cats now is Caitlyn Robinson, and she'll replace Schultz. And a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. And there's the kick out of there. And Stanley's got it for the Lady Cats. Stanley on the move. Stanley maneuvering in, trying to open up, kicks toward the goal. A good stop by the keeper. Had to leap a little bit, and it was up right about head high, maybe a foot higher than that. But a leaping stop by the Spring Hill keeper. Nicely done. 18:45 left here in the first half, and we're 0-0. There have been a lot of games this year. I've heard Javier say that the Lady Cats started slowly, but they played better in the second half. It's kind of got that feel in this first half as each team not too much in the chance department. Throw in for the Lady Panthers as they make some more substitutions. Coach Dowell, Jimmy Dowell, using a lot of his bench. Players in and out for the Lady Panthers. And Javier, who's back tonight, he missed the last two games of the Terrell tournament. He was not feeling well. He didn't look exactly 100%, but he said tonight he felt much better. So good to see Coach Aguayo back as the Panthers now, the Lady Panthers moving into the Lady Cats territory. And now they get the ball back, and they're along the near touch line here. It goes out of bounds and throw in for the Lady Cats. It'll be thrown in by Anna Williams. She's hard to miss out there with those bright shoes. That's either kind of a hot pink, I'd say, shoes. Not quite a red, but so Anna Williams with those bright shoes. Here's a throw in, and here's a kick by the Lady Panthers. Goes off of, that would be Soto. But now the Lady Panthers have it, but Stanley pries it loose. It's right on the near touch line. Stanley double teamed as she maneuvered through a couple and then kicked it out to the center of the field. Headed by the Lady Cats is still out in front. Lady Panthers trying to get it out of there. Yamaguchi's got it. She kicks, and now Stanley's got it, trying to outmaneuver some defenders right in front. Kicks with the left foot, partially blocked. And now the Lady Cats again roll it toward the goal, but didn't get much on it. And the keeper's able to get that one. 16:35 left here in the first half. We're 0-0 from Gerald Prim Stadium. Don Julian here with Doug Haston doing our engineering and video work. James Terry back at the station. And we're in the first half, 0-0. Here come the Lady Cats again on the attack. They'll send Robinson in to the left side of the box. Robinson kicks toward the middle. Can't quite find a teammate. They're still dogging that ball. It's kicked up the field, and the Panthers, Lady Panthers, doing a good job of getting out of their own end there with some really good passing. And this is Bowden, who looks like a real dangerous and good player for Spring Hill. Now the Lady Cats on the attack with Stanley. Stanley moving in. She sends Yamaguchi down toward the goal. She's battling a defender, and Spring Hill won that battle. And they'll kick it out of there. And now it comes bouncing free, and Stanley had it, but they stop her drive toward the goal, and it's kicked down the field, and Thessing chases back and kicks it over to Romero, back to Thessing, as the Lady Cats retreating on defense, and now Thessing will kick it out of bounds and let the Lady Cats get their defense set for this throw-in. 15:20 left in the first half. We're 0-0 from Gerald Prim Stadium. The Lady Cats' last non-district contest before district play starts on Friday. They'll be making the always beautiful trip to Longview to play the Lady Lobos to open district play. There's a kick that goes into the Lady Cats box of 18-foot box there, and the keeper, Haywood, will boot it out of there. And this is Robinson. She kicks down towards Stanley, and Stanley kicks it further toward Clark. Here's Kylie Clark moving in, the left-footed kick. Oh, it hit the post. And now the Panthers, Lady Panthers, kick it across the near touchline to get it the heck out of the way. Oh, my. Kylie Clark has that deadly shot with that left foot that she takes coming down that left side, and she hit the post. So that was a real chance. The Lady Cats back on the attack with Yamaguchi, and she finds a teammate over. Oh, this is Yamaguchi with the ball now, and she kicks toward the goal. A good hand save by the Lady Panthers keeper, They kept that from going in the goal, and then it was knocked across the midline by the Lady Cats, so it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. And now kicking will be Jamie Dowell, a strong-legged defender for the Lady Panthers, and she boots it out of there. Comes off Stanley. Stanley on the move for the Lady Cats. Maneuvering toward the middle of the field. Stanley on the move. Stanley continues to maneuver around players. Now she'll kick toward the goal. It, again, is sent over the top of the goal. And once again, that'll set up the corner kick. But again, the keeper doing a good job. If you don't do that, there's a chance that that ball might ricochet off your hands and go into that goal. So you just push it right over the top of the goal. And it costs you a goal kick because you're putting it out of bounds, but much preferable to a goal. And here's the goal kick, or the corner kick now for Stanley at about 13 minutes left in the first half. There's a kick by Stanley, and it's headed by the Lady Panthers, and that's going to roll all the way across the far touchline. So that, yes, a throw in for the Lady Cats deep in Lady Panthers territory, but it is a throw in compared to a corner kick. That's quite a difference. As looks like a substitution for the Lady Cats coming in is Malia Doss. And I think that's Soto. I believe that was Soto coming off. So a throw in for the Lady Cats as Doss comes in for the Lady Cats. There is a throw in. It's on that far touchline, kicked out by Spring Hill. Jones will send it further down the far touchline. Now they kick to Yamaguchi in the center of the field, taken off her foot though, and here comes Spring Hill, but a good defensive play there by one of the Lady Cats. And here comes Yamaguchi back on the attack. She rolls it over to Caitlyn Robinson. Her shot blocked. Lady Cats passing it around. Williams getting it in there deeper, but now Spring Hill has it, and this is Dowell. And she comes up the right side. Player on each team hits the deck. They say play on that. And now it's kicked out of bounds by the Lady Cats. So it'll be a throw in for Spring Hill. 11:30 left. Let's check those players that fell. The Spring Hill Dowell is shaking that off there. She is walking around okay now. She's shaking that off. And I'm not sure, that might have been Robinson. She jumped back up, so it appears both players are allowed to stay in there and doing okay. So, but they did both fall. So now the ball out to the middle of the field. Robinson working in, but kicked out of there by Spring Hill. Now they have it toward Bowden. Bowden maneuvers around a player, moving in for Spring Hill. And she tries a rush down the right side. Good defense by the Lady Cats over there. And now the ball rolls across the touchline, and it'll be a throw in deep in Lady Cats territory by Spring Hill. There's the Spring Hill throw in, and they're still to the right of the goal. A flag goes up, and I think by throwing it out like that, they put their players offside. So it'd be a free kick for the Lady Cats. I tell you how deep it is. They're kicking from the end zone of the football field here. So deep in Lady Cats territory, but Thessing will kick it out of there for the Lady Cats, and she gets a strong kick away. Goes off of a Spring Hill player and out of bounds. Throw in for the Lady Cats. 10 minutes left here in the first half. And we are 0-0. Ball on the far touchline. Now Spring Hill will kick it in down toward the goal, and Haywood will kick it out, roll it out of there to a Lady Cat. And Romero finds Doss. And now here's Yamaguchi coming up the field, but taken by Spring Hill. They'll roll it to the middle. And Spring Hill trying to work through defenders. Now the Lady Cats break it up, but they get it back. Just Got there before Stanley did. Anna Williams mixing it up with the Lady Cats. Now kicked it back into the defense, Thessing, and she hammers it down the field. The Lady Cats chase. This is Kylie Clark. Clark moving ahead of the field. She kicks the ball ahead of her. Now rolls it toward the center. Player right out in front. And here's Doss with a shot on goal, but with the left foot, but a good save by the Lady Panthers keeper. And a punt out of there for the Lady Panthers at 8:48 left in the first half. And settled down onto the ground by Stanley, who's on the move. Stanley around one defender, moving in. Finds Robinson, who boots it toward the goal, and a beautiful save. Laying out there the Lady Panthers keeper, and just reaching that ball to keep it out of the goal. And there's the kick, the punt out of the goal. Lady Cats settling it down. Here comes Yamaguchi. Here come the Lady Cats on the attack. Roll down to Stanley. And Stanley, we're trying to work around defender. She's drawing a crowd, but she gets through them. Kicks toward the goal. The one hopper. It's a free ball that's loose and kicked into the goal for the Lady Cats. And boy, I just can't get my... Robinson, I think. Would you get number 7, Doug?
Yeah.
Doug confirms that. Caitlyn Robinson with a goal for the Lady Cats. At 8:05 is the kick on goal by the Lady Cats, and it set up a juicy rebound that Robinson was in the right place at the right time. And so at 8:05, the Lady Cats leading 1-0. As the Lady Cats putting on the pressure, a good save by the keeper, but it coughed up a big rebound, and Robinson just happened to be in the right place at the right time, just had to deposit it right in there in the goal from point blank. Lady Cats leading 1-0 as we move under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. And here come the Lady Cats back on the attack as they come in. And coming in from that left side, Kylie Clark boots it on goal. Oh, it got loose from the keeper, but she reached back and grabbed it a foot or two from the goal. And one of the Lady Cats was really putting the pressure on again. That was Robinson right there looking for goal number 2, but turned away. So Lady Cats leading 1-0 with 7:25 left here in the first half. Caitlyn Robinson has it in the middle of the field. And now Spring Hill will kick it out of there, but the Lady Cats have possession again. Clark finds Stanley in the middle of the field. Stanley maneuvering around, kick, but her shot was blocked, and comes back to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi on the move, slams on the brakes, turning, moving in, kicks. So has Robinson. She rolled it toward the goal. It just missed. Oh my, that missed by a foot by Caitlyn Robinson, as she just about nailed that one. I thought she had it all figured out, but she just missed that post. 1-0 Lady Cats lead, 6:37 left here in the first half. Once again, Spring Hill using a lot of players today, and there's the kick out of the goal by Dowell, I believe that is. And Spring Hill working the far touchline as they try to come out of their own defensive end. It went off one of their players, though, the Lady Cats. Robinson trying to pry it away. And now Bowden's got it as she maneuvers around. A left-footed kick, but it went off of Anna Williams. And Williams gets it back to Thessing. Lady Cats defense trying to control the ball. As that Doss back there, too. Well, let's see, we have another new Lady Cat in there. I'll have to get her later as the Lady Cats are pressing the attack, but kicked out of there by Spring Hill. Oh, that's Haley Archer is now playing some defense for the Lady Cats. As here is Stanley moving in for the Lady Cats, continuing to move around players, and they stop that drive. It comes back to Anna Williams, and Spring Hill has it, though. Williams gets back and takes it back away and rolls it over to Yamaguchi, and Yamaguchi on the move in a hurry. And she kicks it toward Robinson. Robinson moving in, kick toward the goal, and it's in the goal for Caitlyn Robinson, her second goal of the first half. Boy, KK with with quite a game as she scored that one at 5:11. So at 8:05 and 5:11, a pair of goals by Caitlyn Robinson. Boy, there have been a lot of Robinsons. I'm sure she's in that long line of them. I remember Taylor Robinson was a really good player. Robinson that was on the team last year and probably the year before, maybe the year before that. A lot of good Robinsons, and Caitlyn another good one. 2-0, Ladycats leading. Ball's on the far touchline, and the Ladycats get possession. They work it back to Anna Williams, and she rolls over to Yamaguchi. Here's Janine, but she's knocked off the ball. Janine continues to work, and the Ladycats get it back. This is Doss. She gets it over to Williams. Williams rolls it towards Stanley. Stanley trying to get possession. They got it away from her, but they kick into the defense where it goes to Kendall Farrell. And now a player working from the far touchline, getting it over to Kylie Clark. Clark to the left of the goal, but way almost near the touchline, got around a defender, kicks toward the middle. Spring Hill trying to get it out of there, and they do a good job of getting it out of there, but the Ladycats back checking, and they got the ball back. Now it's rolled to Anna Williams. Williams, a lot of time and space, found Yamaguchi. She's got time and space, and she kicks with the right foot, and it's in the goal by Janine Yamaguchi from way out. That was about 35 yards. And the Ladycats have really been on fire the last few minutes. Just over 4 minutes of clock time, about 4 minutes and 10 seconds, they've scored 3 goals. They lead 3-0. Boy, that time, you give Yamaguchi time and space, and she ripped that had to be at least 30 yards, maybe 35. And now the ball back near touchline. Ladycats kicked it out. It'll be a throw in for Spring Hill. Lady Panthers. And there's a Spring Hill throw in. Went off Doss. And now Stanley coming back to get it. Stanley with that fancy footwork, working against a couple of players, and they got it away. And now here's a kick, but blocked by the Ladycats defense, with Spring Hill putting on the pressure now. Anna Williams breaks it up, gets it to Stanley. Stanley was pushed, but continues to move and gets around defenders, and Stanley's flying down the field. And here comes Stanley looking for teammates as she maneuvers to the middle and then kicked to the side. There was a hot kick that went past, I believe that was Doss, and went out of bounds, but it was last touched by Spring Hill, so the throw in now for Harley. Make that Harley Archer, excuse me, Javier. I had a hard time reading her handwritten. She was added from the JV, so handwritten by Coach Aguayo, and I said the wrong name. It was Harley. There's a kick that hit the side of the goal for Kylie Clark. Extremely young Ladycats team this year. Yamaguchi is one of only 2 seniors for the Ladycats, along with Chloe Jones. The rest of these players, most of them there's some key juniors, but most of these players are freshmen and sophomores. And Spring Hill has a lot of young players, a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this Lady Panthers team too. And here's Stanley moving in. The ball kicked back near the midline. Comes to Archer. Archer working it down toward Doss, and then Archer kicks it down the field. Doss chasing. It's right on the near touchline. Goes across the touchline. Last touch by the Lady Panthers. And Archer will come down to throw in for the Ladycats towards Stanley. It's hit high in the air off of Doss's foot. And now it's kicked toward the middle as Anna Williams in there. Comes back to Williams. And she'll kick back to a defensive teammate. And it's rolled down to Stanley. Stanley puts on the brakes, drawing a big crowd, and she's knocked off her feet. And they're going to call a foul. Ooh, that is close. Out about 20 yards, maybe 21. A free kick for the Ladycats. And right at 20 yards. It's past the hash. So it's not exactly in the middle, kind of from an angle. Here's the chip shot by Stanley, and it ends up rolling across the end line. And that will set up a corner kick for the Ladycats. As they chase that ball down, Stanley will kick from the far corner over there, to far right from our perspective here in the press box at the Prim. Ladycats leading 3-0. There's just 30 seconds left here in the first half. Here's Stanley's corner kicks. He puts a lot of elevation on it. It went all the way through. It's kicked high in the air. It's right out in front. And Spring Hill finally kicked it out. Stanley settles it down and will kick, but her shot blocked. Oh, a nice job by a Lady Panther to give up her body to make a block on Stanley's rocket kick. There's just seconds left, and here's a kick on the goal. It's in the goal. Anna Williams. Right as the clock hits triple zeros. And Anna Williams with a goal. And the Ladycats, they haven't put that one on the board yet. Sure looked like a good goal to me. Looked like with a few seconds left to go. Yes, now it's 4-0. Thank you, Coach Neal. Oh, wow, what a last 8 minutes and 5 seconds for the Ladycats. As they score 4 goals. Stayed most for the majority of the first half, 0-0. And then at 8:05, a goal by Caitlyn Robinson. 5:11, another goal by Caitlyn Robinson. 3:55, a goal by Janine Yamaguchi. And then with just seconds left before the end of the first half, Anna Williams with a long kick that found the back of the net. So the Ladycats explode for 4 goals in the first half, and they lead 4-0. Ladycats will be traveling right to left across the radio dial. Spring Hill left to right. Spring Hill with the visiting white on with blue numerals, blue shorts. Ladycats in a dark blue uniform with white numerals. Ladycats will have possession as we start the second half. And once they get the go-ahead, again, the officials doing a lot of counting and checking with each other, the official out on the field to make sure the flag officials on the sideline are ready to go. Make sure that the soccer balls are strategically located behind the goals if we need a substitute ball. And the Ladycats waiting to put it into play. And there's the kick back to Stanley, and the Ladycats coming out of their own defensive end. Yamaguchi back to Stanley. And Stanley maneuvering down. A long kick to Schultz coming down the left side. Here's Haley Schultz moving in, and she'll kick it back to Romero. Finds Stanley. She lets it go, though, to Yamaguchi. And now Yamaguchi with a right foot working down to Schultz, to Stanley moving in, a left-footed kick. Got too much air under that and kicked it over the goal as it bounces off the retaining fence that keeps that ball from rolling out into Houston Street. And a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. And once again, Jamie Dowell, a junior, will kick it for Spring Hill. Dowell, a right-footed kicker, boots it out of there. It's on the far touchline. Ladycats can get it to Stanley. She maneuvers around one player. Coming down from the right side, now moves to the middle. A left-footed kick and a nice save by the keeper. And she will punt it out of there from the edge of the 18 and kicks it out of there up near the midline. And the Ladycats working it down there on the far touchline. But now Spring Hill has the ball, trying to come out of their defensive end. And now we'll kick to send Bowden down the far touchline. Ladycats defense coming back. but Bowden continues to move in, and the Lady Cats keeping it right out in front. They do deflect it toward the side, and now they'll roll it down to Romero, and Romero moving down the sideline, and then it's shot across the touch line. Last touch, Lady Cats. There's the throw in for Spring Hill, but Soto has it, and she kicks to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi with a strong kick down towards Schultz. And now Soto comes up, got it to Stanley. Stanley turning and then kicks it over to a teammate over there, Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi found Schultz. If she's onside, appears to be the left-footed kick. Didn't get a whole lot on it as it hit the side of the goal. And the keeper went as far as they have to, just go to that post and then figure you got it covered, and that's what happened. It hit the side of the goal. Dowell with the goal kick for the Lady Panthers. 37-10 left in the second half, and the Lady Cats leading 4-0. They got all those in the first half. Here's a kick by Spring Hill. Stanley rolls it to Schultz. Schultz kicks toward the goal, and once again, that was just to the left. The keeper actually, again, going to the post and just letting it roll across the end line for another goal kick for the Lady Panthers, Jamie Dowell. And Dowell looking strategically where she wants to kick it, and she kicks it kind of to her left. The Lady Cats come up and get possession. They'll kick it deep toward Robinson, and she rolls it over to Schultz. Schultz found Stanley. Stanley accelerating, getting by a defender, trying to open up for a shot. Now she kicks it. Oh, too much elevation, and went across the top of the goal. She really had a strong kick on that, and that ball rose and went over the goal. So a goal kick again for the Lady Panthers at 36, roughly, here in the second half. Dowell's kick out of the goal. A ball on the far touchline. Lady Cats defense controlling it right now. And they'll roll it to Soto. Got it to Stanley with a nice kick over toward Yamaguchi and back to Stanley, but then broken up by the Lady Panthers. Lady Cats coming up now and getting possession. And they kick to the center to Stanley. She rolls it further down, but Spring Hill got there first. A kick, the Lady Cats kept it in. It's in close, but then kicked across the far touchline by the Lady Panthers. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Cats on that far touchline. And there's the throw-in for the Lady Cats into the 18-yard box. It's headed toward the goal. And again, the Lady Panthers keeper just let that thing roll as it went off to our right as we look toward the goal. And another goal kick for the Lady Panthers at 34-43 here in the second half. Lady Cats leading 4-0. And there's the kick out of the goal for the Lady Panthers. And Stanley takes it away. And here come the Lady Cats moving in. Stanley kicks toward the goal. And again, that just missed to the left side. Just missed the post. And it'll be another goal kick. And once again, Jamie Dowell's been quite busy here. And she's had a lot of goal kicks, and she kicks it out of there. Stanley settles it down. It's right on the near touchline here. Stanley working. Got a player on her back. And another one nearby. Now Stanley on the move. Look at her move around players. Wow, just unbelievable. Stanley moving in. Needs a teammate right now. And a violation on the Lady Cats, a free kick for Spring Hill out of their defense. Thessing makes a block. Comes down to Soto, and she rolls it down to Yamaguchi, who's on the move. Yamaguchi getting around players. Kick to Stanley, back to Yamaguchi, moving in, continuing to burrow in there. And she kicked the ball for a teammate, Robinson, I think, to chase it, and And Robinson wasn't on the move and tried to accelerate, but it ended up going across the end line, and this is going to set up a corner kick for the Ladycats. It'll be to our far left position. Chase the ball down first. It'll be Stanley again taking that corner kick for the Ladycats, as we're just under 33 here in the second half, and the Ladycats leading 4-0 from Gerald Prim Stadium. And here's Rebecca Stanley, and it's headed by the Ladycats. Oh, a nice header, but I think Robinson was going for the hat trick with a header, but good save by the keeper for the Lady Panthers. And she punts it out of there, goes all the way across the midline. They'll kick toward Romero, but as Spring Hill continues on the attack and then knocked out of bounds by the Ladycats. That was, I don't have my roster here. I buried my roster. That was Thessing. And now Dowell will throw in for the Lady Panthers. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Ladycats, so Dowell will move up a few yards and try it again. Ball tried to hide that time, went behind that trash can over by the trainer area. Now the ball's thrown into the Ladycats' end. And they'll kick, they're working it around the defense. Oh, they just got around Bowden. And now the Ladycats will kick it down that touchline. It manages to stay in bounds on that far touchline. Ladycats trying to pry it loose over there. Still working, but now the Lady Panthers come out of there with it. And Ladycats really back-checking vigorously, try to get it back. It's on the far touchline, goes across the touchline, throw in for the Lady Panthers at 31-12, and the Ladycats lead 4-0. Played about the first 9 minutes of the second half scoreless here from Gerald Prim Stadium. 4-0 Ladycats lead. Now they work it up to Stanley at the midline. She chips it further down the field to Kylie Clark. Clark has it, trying to accelerate. Looked like it went across the touchline. And it'll be a throw in for the Lady Panthers. Clark was ready to throw it in, but they said, no, white team. That's if you can steal one of those, but no, officials are watching like hawks. They're not going to let that happen. Or if they do, they'll blow that whistle and say, no, let the other team throw that thing in. Ball right on the near touchline here for Spring Hill. They kick it up the field, goes off of Soto, Emily Soto, to Stanley. Stanley sends it toward Kylie Clark. Clark accelerating that left foot. It went all the way across the front of the goal and went across the end line. As Clark, really a strong leg, and that she got elevation on that, and so it'll be another goal kick coming up for Jimmy Dowell, the head coach for Spring Hill Panthers. And kicked out of there by the Panthers, Lady Panthers. Yamaguchi kicks it further down the field. Robinson chasing as Spring Hill tries to get out of their own end. Played most of this second half in the Spring Hill end. Now the Ladycats take the ball away. They have a player moving down that right side of the box, and now it's going to roll across the end line, and that'll set up a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. The Ladycats' defense is right on the midline. Thessing is actually a yard or two in Spring Hill territory, as they've really, all the action has been all in to our left in the defensive end for Spring Hill. And they kick out of there. It's on the far touchline. And there's a kick down the field with the Ladycats' Yamaguchi intercepts. And Yamaguchi, with a defender on her back, gets it over to Emily Soto. Now taken away by Spring Hill. Soto trying to get it back. And now it's kicked deep, and they've got Bowden moving in as she's ahead of Thessing, and she'll kick on goal, and it's, a nice save by Haywood. Oh, my. Nice save by Haywood at 28-23. As they say in baseball, put a star by that one. On a nice save by Haywood. And here comes Spring Hill right back on the attack. As they maneuver down, they've got Bowden moving in again, and she will push this toward the goal. It just went to the right. She was down on her knees, and so she just had to watch and hope that that ball crept into the goal, and it just crept wide right. So a goal kick for the Lady Cats now at 27-47. Lady Cats leading 4-0. And here's the kick out of the goal for the Lady Cats. Stanley's got it. Stanley maneuvering that ball and kicks it downfield to Yamaguchi. A perfect pass. Yamaguchi sends Clark, and Clark coming down the left side. Clark moving in, and there's that strong left-footed kick. Oh, it hit the top bar of the goal and goes all the way across to the other side. Spring Hill trying to kick it out of there. The Lady Cats putting on the pressure. They get it to Stanley. Stanley moving in. Stanley with a right-footed kick, and it hit the post. And here comes Clark to try to clean it up, and then the ball blocked out of bounds. And that should set up a corner kick for the Lady Cats as Stanley hits the post. I would imagine that you could have won the big bet at Las Vegas if you were to say the Lady Cats are going to score 4 goals and none of them are going to be scored by Stanley. That would be hard to believe, but it's happened tonight. So the Lady Cats getting a lot of help from everybody tonight. Stanley's free corner kick goes all the way across the goal. Nobody can connect with it. And then it went out of bounds on the far touchline. Last touch by Spring Hill. And we've got some substitutions coming in for the Lady Cats. Anna Williams comes in to replace Soto. Emily, I think she's a sophomore. Lots of youth. Anna Williams, I believe, a freshman. So just youth everywhere. The ball comes into Stanley, over to Anna Williams. Kicks it back to Stanley. Stanley maneuvering. Splitting players. Got through there somewhere. Left-footed kick, and it went wide left. Boy, Stanley, she just needs to adjust the sights a little bit. She hit the post a while ago. She looks like she is getting close to a goal the way she's firing on goal and just missing. One of those nights, I guess. Here's the kick out of goal for Dowell and Lady Panthers. And they try to come out of there with the ball, and they do as they move her. Bowden gets it across the midline, kicks for a teammate as she's got Alexis Grubb moving in there, but it got past her into the Lady Cats defense. And now Spring Hill turns the ball over, but the Lady Cats get it back. But Spring Hill gets it back. They almost broke in on the goal, but a good job of stopping them by the Lady Cats. They work it over to Yamaguchi, and she finds Stanley, who kicks it back to Janine. And Janine on the move. Slams on the brakes, kicks to Stanley in the middle of the field. Stanley maneuvering in. Knocked off the ball back to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi with a back kick to herself, and then she kicks it down the field, and it's out in front. Robinson right out in front kind of punched it toward the goal. He didn't have much on it. It was a high bouncing ball, and it's hard to put much on a high bouncer, and didn't get much on it, and a good job by the Lady Panthers keeper to bring that one in. Now the Lady Cats on the attack to Kylie Clark. Clark kicks that ball ahead and then races for it. She's covered pretty well, but she goes around a defender moving in. Kylie Clark kicks out in front, but stopped by Spring Hill. They'll kick to the side, and it'll roll across the touchline. Throw in for the Lady Cats as Romero will throw it in. It's Emma Romero. No, she'll defer to Anna Williams, who throws into Stanley. And now Spring Hill kicks it out of there. Went off of Williams' foot. Spring Hill kicks it up the field and comes to Thessing. She rolls it to the middle. A Lady Panther rolled across the ball and it knocked her off her feet. And Yamaguchi back in for the Lady Cats, but kicked out of there by the Panthers. Comes back down to Lady Cat defender. That's Farrell. And now they'll kick to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi sends a player in there coming in from the right side, but a good job of defense by the Lady Panthers to get control of the ball and then kick it across the sideline. Throw in for the Lady Cats. And they'll have a player come in there as we have a substitution for the Lady Cats. This is Angel Cruz. So Angel Cruz checking in for Caitlyn Robinson. So Angel Cruz now in there. She runs right to that 18-yard box. There's a throw in for the Lady Cats. Have it on the far touchline. Who kicked off of a Lady Panther, went out of bounds. In fact, jumped into the visiting stands over there by the Prim. But it was right there where you could, over that short wall, just pick it right up by the Lady Cats. So they throw it in. And they'll kick it back toward the defense to Thessing, and she rolls it over to Romero. And Romero will give it to Stanley. Stanley turns and kicks toward the goal, a one-hopper and a nice stop there by the Lady Panthers keeper. That was a hot one-hopper by Stanley, but good job by the keeper of the Lady Panthers to keep that out of the goal. As we've played about 18 minutes here in the second half, and no scoring in the second half. The Lady Cats got 4 in the first half. They lead 4-0. There's the throw in by the Lady Panthers on that far touchline. And now it's kicked deeper in the Lady Cats territory. They kick it high in the air. And Romero got a header on it to Kylie Clark. And Clark will kick it down towards Stanley. And Stanley will put on some speed. She's a double team there. She tried to kick it back toward Clark and almost got it to her. And then Spring Hill kicked the ball out of bounds, and it's going to have to be chased down. But luckily there was a fan over in that general area who was chasing that ball down, but must have gone some distance. He's yet to emerge. Maybe out of gas after chasing that ball down. And there he comes. And a throw in for the Lady Cats, Kylie Clark, from the near touchline. Got it to Anna Williams, back to Clark. Clark with a left-footed kick and kicked to the side again by the Lady Panthers. Went out of bounds. Another throw in for the Lady Cats, and that one hopped up into the stands. And another volunteer there answering a phone and talking on the phone and retrieving the ball all at one time. Throw in now for Anna Williams. Throws it towards Schultz. Kicked up the field. Yamaguchi trying to get control. She does. Janine will kick it back to one of the Lady Cats. That's Thessing. Thessing kicks toward the goal. That'll go across the end line. And a goal kick, I believe. Well, let's see what we have here. It's going to be a corner kick. The players were not falling back like they normally do on a goal kick, so knew something was up, and sure enough, out of bounds off the Lady Panthers. So Stanley to the on the nearest to us to our left, near side here from the corner. And there's Stanley's kick with a lot of height, but headed out by the Lady Panthers. Lady Cat chips it back toward the edge of the box and then kicked out again by the Panthers. Lady Panthers comes down to Bowden. Chloe Jones handling it. Now it's kicked deep into the box area and just got across that line. There was a racing Lady Cat in there trying to get there in time. And once again, we're going to have another corner kick. So Stanley will go now to the far side to our left for the corner kick as Lady Cat's getting players in position. And we're going to have, it looks like Kylie Clark is going to do this corner kick. She has that strong left leg, so that ball will naturally, usually a kicked ball will kind of curve that way, and that's exactly what happens. It's somebody got a foot on it but couldn't redirect it toward the goal. I think that was Schultz. So it'll be a goal kick now for the Lady Panthers. We're at 18:35. It's been a scoreless second half. The Lady Cats scored 4 times in the first half, and they lead 4-0. And they have just dominated in the second half. They've kept everything on this side of the midline, the Lady Cats attacking area, as they continue to put the pressure on. As Schultz works it over to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi looking for her second goal. Kicks with the right foot, but it went off a defender for Spring Hill as they kick it up the field. Chloe Jones works it over to a teammate on that far touchline. They get it back to Yamaguchi, and she kicks to Anna Williams. Williams tried to find Stanley. Stanley with a defender on her back. The defender fell, and Stanley turns and heads right to the goal. Stanley moving in around players. It kind of got away from her, though, and Spring Hill will kick it out of there. Comes down to Romero, who rolls it to Williams, and back to Clark. Clark trying to open up for that left-footed shot. She puts it right out in front, but Spring Hill got it out of there. And now they'll come around the near touchline here trying to come out of there. They kicked it off of Romero, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Panthers. Near Lady Cat's assistant coach, Stephen Marino. He got to do the honors on holding that championship plaque with Alexi Upton. Hope you saw that picture online. As Stephen with Coach Aguayo was out ill on Friday and Saturday in that tournament. And Lady Cats, as I said in the story, perhaps they won one for the coach. Winning that tournament. Certainly had a big game against Life Waxahachie, that 9-3 on Saturday. Spring Hill throws the ball in from the near touchline. It's right on that near touchline. Clark gets it over to Stanley, back to Clark, and she just boots it down the field. And if she's onside, Schultz is in there, rolls it toward the goal. Oh, what a nice save by the keeper for Spring Hill. Schultz had a really nice chance to break into the scoring column. Schultz had a couple of goals in that game against Life Waxahachie. There was a kick out of there, and then we had a foul on the Lady Panthers. The ball's out about 55 yards. It's way out there, right on the far hash mark. And Isabel Thessing with that strong leg will give it a boot. She may just rear back and see how hard she can kick it. And that's exactly what she did, and she sends it goalward. It's headed by Spring Hill high in the air. Another header gets it out of there. Here's a Lady Cat kick toward goal. Went all the way over the goal and hopped that short fence and went back to that fence, keeping him off Houston Street. There's a small fence. It's got all the banners on it, with all the sponsors for Lady Cats and, well, for sports here in the Prim. And then there's that bigger fence to keep that ball from bouncing. You can imagine driving a car and have that soccer ball come bouncing at you. It might just be enough to cause a collision on that street. There's the kick out of the goal by Spring Hill. As they try to get it out of there, the Lady Cats putting on the pressure. And now the kick into the Lady Cats defensive end as Thessing peels back and gets it over to Romero. Romero rolls to Williams, and she finds Clark on the near touchline, and she finds Stanley. And Stanley is on the move. Stanley trying to open up for a shot. She's closely marked. Now she'll move to the left, continues to move in, sends it toward Clark. Clark trying to catch up to it, and it'll roll across the end line. They kind of screened Clark where she couldn't get there. And the ball ended up out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. 14:06 left in the second half. Lady Cats 4 and Spring Hill 0. And there's a kick by Dowell out of there. Comes down to Stanley, and she finds Schultz. Back to Stanley. Stanley moving in, putting on the footwork. She's right in front of the goal. Gets it over to Schultz. Her shot block. Anna Williams comes up and sends it to Yamaguchi. And Yamaguchi works it all the way back in the defense to Thessing. So Thessing back there rolls it over to Romero. as the Lady Cats get it to Williams, back to Romero on the near touch line. And Romero going through some congestion, looking for some help, rolls it back to Anna Williams. And Williams finds Yamaguchi in the middle of the field. She rolls to the far side to Doss is over there. Now here's a kick toward the middle to Stanley. Stanley had that player on her back. She turns and shoots, but the keeper knocked it down with a fist and then gobbled it right up. And there's the kick out of the goal by the keeper for the Lady Panthers. Stanley's got it back for the Lady Cats. She's working double team, but she works it through. And there's the ball toward Kylie Clark coming in from the left side. Clark, and now the ball's hit across the end line. I believe that, yes, a corner kick for the Lady Cats. It'll be on the near side. It's we're at 12:35 to play here in the second half. 4-0 Lady Cats lead. And I think Stanley will take this one. I'm sure a set play here. There's something that probably about the first day of practice you begin to work on these set pieces, including corner kick strategy. And Stanley with that left foot, I think. We'll see. Actually, she'll kick with the right, and she puts it out there. It's right out in front. Boy, there's a ton of people there. It did not go in the goal. It went to the right. Somebody sent it toward the goal. We would have needed some help on that. But kind of a scrum there in players, and they say Spring Hill knocked it out. Another corner kick. Kylie Clark will take this one from the far side with that left foot again, curving into the goal. Just that natural phenomenon of a left-footed kicker. That ball arcs toward the goal from that point, and there's that kick. And it's high in the air, and that'll head all the way over the goal. Hop the short fence, and so let's see who knocked that one out. Nobody's going much of anywhere. So you have a feeling that there's another, yeah, they're going to do it over again. So Clark will go back and try another corner kick. That was pretty placed. It was just right out in front, up high, and just Lady Cats couldn't quite get there to it. And let's see. Here's another Clark kick, and she boots it right out in front. It's loose, and it's going to roll. I think Clark's going to get to do it for a third time. As Lady Cat's getting a lot of corner kick practice here, as Spring Hill is having corner kick defense. And so far, they've done a good job of keeping it out of the goal here in the second half. Here's Clark with another corner kick. And it's, that one just missed. And that's going to be a goal kick as everybody falls out now. And Spring Hill will kick out of at the edge of the small box. And again, it'll be Dowell. About 10 minutes left here in the second half. Lady Cats leading 4-0. And Jamie Dowell kicking for the Lady Panthers. Once we get everybody ready to play here, substituted in, there's a kick out. Lady Cats Schultz kick to the far side toward Doss, I believe, and that'll roll out of bounds. Throw in for the Lady Panthers. And there's the throw in. It's on the far touchline. And now kicked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Panthers quite a few yards up the field. Still in their own end. They threw it up near the midline and ended up in the Lady Panthers dugout. So a throw in for the Lady Cats on that far touchline. As Yamaguchi on the move. Kicks toward the center of the field. Clark trying to chase it down. She lets it go, and Romero comes flying up. Here's Romero on the move. Knocked away from her, but Anna Williams has it. Kicks across the field to Yamaguchi. She's got quite a bit of space. She found Stanley on the edge of the 18. She lined up a one-hopper, but the keeper was right there. Good position. Stanley, I think, was really frustrated with herself on that one. Thought she could have made a much better kick. She's had kind of a frustrating night offensively, not getting in on the goal parade tonight. Lady Panthers trying to come out of their own end. And they've got the ball trying to come out of there, taken off the foot, though, by Doss. Gets it over to Stanley. Stanley muscling her way in, back to Doss. And now it's kicked on the far touchline and knocked out of bounds by the Lady Cats. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Panthers. 8 minutes left. This was about the point in the first half when the Lady Cats turned on the scoring tap after kind of a slow start. And it's on the far touchline and kicked up the field. Chloe Jones there with the ball, and we have a violation against the Lady Panthers. That's about as active as Haywood has been. That ball went all the way back to her. Somebody kicked it after the whistle and went down to her, and it's about all she's had to handle. She's really had a quiet night tonight. And there's a throw-in for the Lady Cats on that far touchline, and they're going to do this over again. Looks like with a different person throwing it in for the Lady Cats. And we're about 7 minutes left here in the second half, and the Lady Cats are up 4-0. Ball comes into Anna Williams, and here's Yamaguchi. Kicked it off of Stanley, comes down to Doss, Malia Doss. Then that ball bounced up and hit her hand. I mean, your hand's just kind of there, and the ball bounced up and hit it. So a hand call and free kick for the Lady Panthers. So they try to get it across the midline, and that's been tough in this second half. Anna Williams on the move for the Lady Cats. Near touchline, Kylie Clark. Clark on the move. Clark trying to work through a defender. Now it's pried loose, and it's going to be kicked across the sideline by the Lady Panthers. Throw in for the Lady Cats, Clark, and she gets it into Anna Williams. Williams kicks toward the goal. It's blocked by the Lady Panthers. Williams comes to it and gets it to Stanley. Stanley on the move, kicks with the right foot, partially blocked, and then just rolled into the keeper. Somebody took all the sting off that shot, and now there's the kick out of the goal by the Lady Panthers. Anna Williams again has it for the Lady Cats. Chloe Jones joins the fun and gets it down to Stanley. Stanley on the move. There's her kick. Oh, it handcuffed the keeper, but it's still a live ball that finally rolled across the end line. It'll set up another corner kick. It handcuffed the keeper, but she got enough of it to keep it out of the goal, and then kind of got away from her. I think she anticipated it going out of bounds. It stayed in bounds, seemed like forever, but then finally crossed the line. And so Stanley will have the corner kick for the Lady Cats. We're at 5:07 in the second half. Lady Cats leading 4-0. They had all the goals in the first half, but they've really dominated play. Coach Aguayo will be pleased with their ball possession. Here's Stanley's right-footed kick. Goes all the way through. It's kicked toward the goal. I think that was Anna Williams, and it might have been Kylie Clark there. And Clark now heading to the bench, and a new player coming in there, Victoria Mejia, has checked in for the Lady Cats. There's another one that was added to the roster. I have on those, I believe those are JV players. JV did not play today, so some of them are getting the call here. Here's a kick by Stanley, and went to the right of the goal. And it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. And the keeper will turn it over to Jamie Dowell, a defender that does that kicking for the Panthers, Lady Panthers, and the kick out of there. It's on the far touchline, and Stanley comes out of there with the ball. Stanley moving in around defenders. They took it off her foot, though, kicked it up the field, but right to Yamaguchi, who has a lot of space, and she fires, and the keeper, again, kind of handcuffed there, but had a little bit of a juggling act, but she hung onto the ball. In football parlance, that would have been ruled a catch because she stayed with it. Here's Anna Williams now in the attack. Gets it down to Schultz coming down the left side. Schultz to the left of the box trying to open up for some kind of pass. Kicked it off of the Lady Panther out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Anna Williams and the Lady Cats. As we just have about 3 minutes to play in this one. The Lady Cats leading 4-0. There's the throw in by Williams. Gets all the way through toward toward Doss. And Doss is chasing. Spring Hill is hanging on to that football. Now there's a foul on the Lady Cats. And that'll be a free kick for Spring Hill. But deep in their own territory. Out about 13 yards from their own goal. And now the Lady Cats have it across the far touchline moving in. Spring Hill takes it away. They're on the far touchline. They'll kick it up the field toward Bowden. And players collide, then it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Spring Hill. Lady Cats will throw it in. 2 minutes left in the game. Lady Cats up 4-0. As they try to go 6-4-2. No, 6-4-3 for the Lady Cats, so they win this one. That's the record they'll have entering district play on Friday against the Lady Lobos of Longview. As the Lady Cats will be hitting the road, making that long trip to Longview, just like the Spring Hill team did today. And there's the kick by the Lady Panthers. It's on the far touchline. Off them out of bounds. Lady Cats with a throw in with 1:25 left here in the second half. And the Lady Cats with possession of the ball. They come across the midline. Kick it towards Stanley. Too far for her. Spring Hill gets the ball back, but they kick it off Stanley. Lady Cats, Yamaguchi came up with it. Got it back to Romero. And Romero came through there with the ball. Romero on the move in a hurry, moving the ball down the field, and then left it off for Stanley. Stanley with some good physical contact to get through defenders. As she's got enough of them around her, continues to move in, and then the ball knocked off her foot. Kicked back to Romero. Romero works it over to Anna Williams. Kicked off a Spring Hill player, went back to Romero. And tried to get it down the field further. Now Anna Williams. Oh, Anna Williams is bowled over, and they'll call that as a foul. That may have just been a player going for the ball and just kind of lost her footing or something and caused her to kind of bowl over Anna Williams. 30 yards from the goal now, a free kick for strong-legged Isabel Thesson. Or actually, the kick is going to be taken by Stanley. So Stanley puts a charge into it and left it left all the way. And I think that frustrated her, too. She's had that kind of night. That's going to do it here as we hit triple zeros. And it's the Lady Cats winning over Spring Hill 4-0 as the Spring Hill Lady Panthers played a good second half. They were under a siege almost the entire half. I think they made the decision to really try to close ranks around their goal, and that really hampered them offensively. There was a tremendous save by Haywood at 28-23. That was a near goal by Spring Hill, as they did have that moment. But Haywood was up to the task, and that was one of the few saves that she had to make tonight. So the Lady Cats win by the score of 1-0. And again, reviewing the goals in the first half. The first goal came in the first half at 8:05 left. Caitlyn Robinson made it 1-0. Caitlyn Robinson scored again at 5:11 of the first half, 2-0. Janine Yamaguchi scored at 3:55 to make it 3-0. And then Anna Williams scored just seconds before the end of the first half. 4-0, the Lady Cats win this one. And as we say, that's the last non-district game for the Lady Cats. Their record does improve to 6-4-3. And it's district play coming up now for the as far as we can tell on the schedule right now, for the rest of the season, Tuesdays and Fridays. Now, whether something gets added, we shall see, but more than likely not. They really concentrate on these district games. So the Ladycats on Friday will be traveling to Longview. And Coach Aguayo was saying, I have not seen this happen before, where we have two sports and two teams in each sport. So 4 Sulphur Springs teams playing 4 Longview teams on Friday. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen before. Both soccer teams, both basketball teams. Clark Cipolletti will take the Wildcats to Longview along with Javier Aguayo and these Ladycats. And then I don't have that. Yeah, that is right. I'm not so sure. I'm confused here, so if I'm confused, let's just drop it. Because anyway, 2 teams from Sulphur Springs going to Longview, 2 will be here in town. And when you tune in on Friday, and I'll have it all figured out. Ladycats beat Spring Hill 4-0. James Terry running spots back at the station. Bail me out, James, as did a good job tonight in the control room. Doug Haston did our engineering, made the live stream happen tonight, and did all the engineering, got everything hooked up, and did all our video work. And I'm Don Julian with your play-by-play. Once again, our final score from Gerald Prem Stadium on this Monday night: the Ladycats of Sulphur Springs 4 and the Spring Hill Lady Panthers 0. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and so long, everybody.